Hey, Coach. Good evening. This is Ray from South Texas Border Sports. Last good 20 minutes where the team scored a couple of goals to kind of get back into the match. What was your overall assessment?
You can't allow a team. You can't start after 45 minutes, which is what we essentially did, right? The idea was them coming off a midweek game was to get in their faces and get after them, and we just stood off them too much in the first half and gave them too much. They made it way too easy for them. So you can't gift a team with that much ability 45-minute head start and then expect to get something from the game. Now, to their credit, they dug in a little bit and got themselves back into the game with a chance to tie it up. But it's this is a job, and you have to treat it as such. And we have to be prepared to play the way we train, and they didn't train that way this week. They were very good all week. So, I'm not sure what occurred. They were lively all day. So, these things, it's part of the learning process when you have 15 kids in their first year of professional soccer. But these lessons have to get learned pretty quickly if they want to continue on.
How much did the absence of like a Tyberson, a James Murphy, and some of the other players who have been constant regulars in the lineup affect the team performance today?
Yeah, I think what both of them provide is a little bit of leadership, a little bit of having, a degree of physical presence, a bit of leadership, that was maybe lacking a little bit of on-field, like, someone to knock them out of their malaise a little bit. So it's hard to do that from the sideline. But at the same time, we the players have to be willing to step into situations when the opportunity arises. So.
Coach, second half, you guys came out with a lot of urgency. You came out kind of attacking right off the bat. Talk about a little bit of the adjustments you made in the second half and kind of the created opportunities which led to those second half goals.
Yeah, we had a hard time in the first half getting close to their two in midfield, and we're chasing shadows a little bit, even though we had three in there in midfield. So we flipped the shape of the midfield a little bit and allowed Cello to play behind the other two and just push the other two on to their midfielders, hoping to cause some turnovers in there and just sort of make them uncomfortable, which I think we did a relatively good job of. The other aspect is just the physical component. I told them at halftime. I mean, it just feels like we keep bringing knives to gunfights and expecting something different to happen. We've got to be willing to roll up our sleeves and compete when things get difficult, or to impose ourselves on other people and not constantly be on the wrong end of every 50-50 challenge, every tackle, every shoulder to shoulder. Can't let ourselves get bullied like we did first half.
Coach, you talk about stepping into a job. You had to step into a job today. How was that experience, being like the head coach, and how difficult was it with like 24 hours to prepare for this?
No, it was fine. I mean, I've done it before. I had two stints as being interim head coach at Orlando City and MLS. Most of those games were on the road. So it was not, and I think our backroom staff's relationship was pretty open and good. So it wasn't any huge adjustment. I just had to wear nicer clothes. So.
Coach, in the second half, also, you had really, really good positive results coming out of your subs right off the bat. Coronado produced a lot to go ahead and produce that first goal. Then second goal was produced off a sub. JC came out. Right away, Jimenez was able to score a goal almost 10 minutes from coming in. So talk about kind of those adjustments and how they came about.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we tried to do was realize that we had some big bodies, so we went to three up front and played them really narrow to occupy their back four and keep their back four narrow. And we've got decent crossers of the ball in wide areas coming from deep, and Coronado and Carter Manley. And so the idea was just to put the ball in the dangerous areas as much as possible, and put 3 big bodies up there who are lively and active, to do that. And to be fair, I thought Kyle Edwards was good. He keeps, he's had a rough year. We keep just telling him to keep putting good days back to back, and I thought he had another good day today. Jonathan's just sort of a live wire, and so he brought some energy when he came on. Coronado, obviously, Robert gave us a little bit more of an attacking threat from that left back spot, which he's good at, and I thought he was good. So, I was happy for them. They did well.
It seemed
Coach, last one from me. With less than a week to prepare for the next home game, as an assistant coach, what are some of the with recovery being not so much time? Is that going to be a key factor to trying to prepare for the next match here at home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's when you talk about recovery, there's I think that's a sort of there's a 2-pronged part to that. One, that it's just the physical recovery, right? The getting your body right for the turnaround. I think the other part is trying to, and it's been a challenge because we've been so close and we found so many ways to turn wins into ties or ties into losses, and to just emotionally recover to get back and go again. So I think, we'll have them in the morning. The ones who didn't play will train. Do you guys know about this stuff? The ones that didn't play will train. The other ones will do recovery, and then we'll give them, so they essentially have a day and a half off, and then we'll be back in on Tuesday. So get them in, get them out tomorrow morning. That's it. That's how and then we'll just see how they do. They've responded. They've, for as frustrating it is for the community and for us and for them, for you guys probably, it's not for a lack of effort that things haven't gone well. I mean, they give what they have, and sometimes it's just hasn't been good enough, whether it's, a soccer thing, whether it's a mental thing, and there's 15 of them who've never done this before, and it's a when you're learning to be a professional, it's a huge jump. And I know everybody thinks it's easy, but it's a huge jump from playing in college or playing youth soccer and then playing against men who have to do this to feed their families. And those kids, our guys, haven't gone through that, and I think those lessons, the shame for them is that they have to do it in front of everybody. They have to learn those lessons in front of the world, and they'll be better for it. That's my philosophizing for the day. How was that? Pretty good.
Any other questions, guys?